my friends. This is the Pop Music Freak. I am back with the final part of the Songwriters Countdown of the 100 most successful songwriters of the Hot 100 era. We are here at the top 25. I'm going to count down the most successful songwriters of them all. Who do you think is number one? Make your wagers. Make your wagers now. All right, let's get right to it. Got a lot of songs to talk about. I want to give you a list of all the top hits that each one of these songwriters wrote in terms of chart success. And this is an exciting list. This is some tremendous songwriting and that went on here for sure. These are the best of the best. All right, we're going to start with number 25. Of course, one of the most famous songwriting teams of the 60s was Hal David and BURT Bacharach. Well, they're both on this list. The only difference is there may be a few songs that BURT Bacharach wrote that Hal David didn't. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the list. It's going to be repetitive, though, because the two of them certainly wrote a lot of the same songs together. But let's do this. Number 25 is Hal David. These are basically the 10 biggest hits that he wrote, okay? We have, actually, some of them are, of course, samples taken from other songs that became hits later on. And they get a partial credit on the new songs as well. So, for example, with Hal David, he gets a 20% credit on Ashante's Rain on Me because that had a sample of a song he wrote before that was a hit. All right? But, of course, going down the list, Hal David had something to do with Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head by B.J. Thomas. We have My Heart is an Open Book by Carl Dopkins Jr. from 1960. We have, let's keep going, scrolling down. We have Only Love Can Break a Heart by Gene Pitney. He partially wrote that. We have Disguised in Love with You by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. We have To All the Girls I've Loved Before, Julio Iglesias and Willie Nelson. There's Always Something There to Remind Me by Naked Eyes. The original version was written by Hal David, of course, and BURT Bacharach. We got also Broken Hearted Melody by Sarah Vaughan. We have The Look of Love by Sergio Mendes. One Less Spell to Answer from The Fifth Dimension. They Long to Be Close to You from The Carpenters. And Slow Jams by Twista took in a sample of an earlier hit as well that Hal David gets partial credit on. So that's just to give you an idea of the songs he's had something to do with. So that number 25, it's Hal David. Okay, next, number 24, the legendary, two-time Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Carole King. Of course, wrote a majority of her songs with her ex-husband, Jerry Goffin. And some of it she wrote on her own in her solo career. Of course, Tapestry was one of the most successful albums of the 1970s. To give you a rundown on Carole King. Okay, she had something to do with Take Good Care of My Baby by Bobby V. It's Too Late, Jazzman were hits that she wrote for her solo career. Go Away Little Girl, Donny Osmond and Steve Lawrence both hit number one with that song. You have The Locomotion, you have Grand Funk Railroad, and you have Little Eva. You also have Kylie Minogue. You have three versions of that song that became hits. Okay, You've Got a Friend by James Taylor, which hit number one in 1971. And what else? We have Go Away Little Girl, the other versions there. We have Up on the Roof, The Drifters. And we have Will You Love Me Tomorrow by the Shirelles. Just to give you a basic idea of all the different songs Carole King had a hand in. She is number 24 on our list. Next, number 23, Gordon Sumner, otherwise known as Sting, of course. Now, Sting, of course, had hits on his own and with his band The Police. And he also had a part in a couple other songs, as we'll go through this list here. He's 10%, no, actually 50%. He's getting huge songwriting credit for Money for Nothing from Dire Straits. Basically, he just stopped into the studio to do the I Want My MTV. He got 50% of the songwriting credit for doing that. How about that? That's a good deal, huh? All right, Lucid Dreams by Juice WRLD. It was a big hit a couple of years ago. Sting gets 20% songwriting credit on that. All right. We have I'll Be Missing You, Puff Daddy and Faith Evans, tribute song they did to the Notorious B.I.G. Of course, they took a sample of Every Breath You Take for that. So Sting gets songwriting credit for that. We also have from his solo career, Desert Rose, All This Time, Fields of Gold, Fortress Around Your Heart, If I Ever Lose My Faith in You, If You Love Somebody, Set Them Free, We'll Be Together, Russians, all those songs. Sting wrote them all. And then you have, of course, all the Police hits, the do-do-do, the da-da-da, Don't Stand So Close to Me, Every Breath You Take, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, King of Pain, Wrapped Around Your Finger. So you get the idea. Sting pretty much wrote everything that he sung, and a few samples of some of his hits were redone and hits again. So that's Sting, number 23 on our list. Number 22, Elton John. Yes, of course, he's ranked number 4 as an artist on the all-time Hot 100 list. But, of course, he wrote everything with Bernie Taupin, so he's getting half credit on every song, basically. All right, so let's go down the list. Of course, we have The Man by Aloe Black. Took a sample of your song. We got Believe, Benny and the Jets, Blessed, Blue Eyes, Can You Feel Love Tonight, Candle in the Wind, Circle of Life, Crocodile Rock, Daniel, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I Don't Want to Go On With You Like That, I guess that's why they call it the blues, I'm Still Standing, Island Girl, Empty Garden, Hey Hey Johnny, Leave On, Little Genie, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Tiny Dancer, Mama Can't Buy You Love, Nikita, Philadelphia Freedom, Sad Song, Say So Much, it goes on, all of his hits. Someone Saved My Life Tonight, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word, The Bitch Is Back, The Last Song, The One, Your Song, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Gets 2 credits on that, because then he re-recorded it with George Michael in the hit number 1. Don't Go Breaking My Heart, of course. So that's basically it. He wrote a couple of small hits for other artists, not too much here, basically remakes of his songs. Mary J. Blige had a hit called Deep Inside that Elton John wrote. Olivia Newton-John had The Rumor, was a minor hit. So that's basically it. Elton John had one of the most successful careers you can imagine. He's number 22 on our songwriters list. Next, number 21, Dr. Luke. He has written a lot of hits for a lot of people, but now Dr. Luke is one of those people that wrote songs with 3 or 4 other 5 other collaborators, so his percentage of the points is not as high as other artists. This is something we went over on the last video. All right, but to give you an idea, the big hits he's involved in: Avril Lavigne's Girlfriend. We have Britney Spears' Circus. Also, Till the World Ends. Say So by Doja Cat. Good Feeling and Right Round from Flo Rida. Domino from Jessie J. Ton, just basically all of Katy Perry hits. Ton of them. California Girls, Dark Horse, E.T., Hot and Cold, I Kissed a Girl, Last Friday Night, Part of Me, Roar, Teenage Dream, The One That Got Away, Wide Awake, wrote all those. Kelly Clarkson, we have Behind These Hazel Eyes, My Life Would Suck Without You and Since You've Been Gone. For Kesha, we have Blow, Die Young, TikTok, We Are Who We Are. What else? Maroon 5's Sugar, Miley Cyrus's Party in USA, Wrecking Ball. Nicki Minaj, we have Only. Pink, we have You in Your Hand and Who Knew. Pitbull, we have Timber, Time of Our Life, Our Lives. Our City, we have Locked Away. Rihanna, we have Where Have You Been? Teo Cruz, Dynamite, was written by Dr. Luke, and Usher's hit I Don't Mind. So that's it. That gives you an idea. A ton of hits from the last 10 years, 10 to 15 years from Dr. Luke. So he's 21 on our list. Now, number 20, Paul Simon. Paul Simon basically wrote just about all the hits for Simon & Garfunkel. He wrote all those hits. Is there anything he didn't write for the Simon? No, basically Wake Up Little Susie was the only top 40 hit they didn't write, that he didn't write anyway, and then all of his solo career. So let me go down the list of the big hits Paul Simon gets credit on. Aretha Franklin's remake of Bridge Over Troubled Water. We have Missy Elliott's Work It. Paul Simon gets 17% of Work It. There's a sample there of one of his songs. We got 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. Kodachrome, Late in the Evening, excuse me, Loves Me Like a Rock, Mother and Child Reunion, Slip Sliding Away, You Can Call Me Al. He wrote all those. We also got Bridge Over Troubled Water, Cecilia, Homeward Bound, I Am a Rock, Mrs. Robinson, The Sounds of Silence, all the Simon & Garfunkel hits. And then here we also have Hazy Shade of Winter by the Bangles that they remade of Simon & Garfunkel. The Circle had one big hit, Red Rubber Ball. Paul Simon was 50% writer on that. So that gives you an idea. He basically, Simon & Garfunkel and his solo career hits are a big part of his points. And a lot of them he wrote by himself, so he gets full credit on a lot of these songs. So that's why he's ranked number 20. Next, number 19, Burt Bacharach. We talked about him earlier. Teamed up with Hal David and wrote many, many hits. There's a few songs that he wrote that Hal David did not write. Let me see if I can spot those for you. We have Blue on Blue by Bobby Vinton. He wrote that. Author's Theme, Christopher Cross. Best That You Can Do. Dionne Warwick, Say a Little Prayer. I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Walk On By. They're all songs he wrote. That's What Friends Are For. Dionne Warwick and Friends. Burt Bacharach has a 50% writing share of that. Only Love Can Break a Heart, Gene Pitney. Okay, he wrote that. He wrote it with Hal David. You have Tower of Strength by Gene McDaniels. We have The Man Who Shall Liberty Balance by Gene Pitney. Let's see, guys. In Love With You. Jackie DeShannon's What the World Needs Now Is Love. Let's see, Marty Robbins' Story of My Life. Neil Diamond's Heartlight. 33% credit on that for Burt Bacharach. On My Own, Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald. And a lot of songs. Making Love by Roberta Flack from 1982. Baby It's You by Smith. Well, Baby It's You, they wrote for the Shirelles. Okay. And What's New Pussycat from Tom Jones. And that's about it. Make It Easy on Yourself by Walker Brothers. Was a song actually Bacharach David wrote for Dionne Warwick as well. So there we are. Number 18 on our list, Burt Bacharach. Next, number 17, we have a combination of Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam. Terry Lewis. They're counted as 16 and 17 on the list. They wrote a lot. I mean, Janet Jackson would not be Janet Jackson without the two of them. And that's a darn truth. And neither would the SOS Band. All right, so let's go through that list. The biggest hits, we have 4 Seasons of Loneliness and On Bended Knee for Boys to Men, written by Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. Also have Shantae's Got a Man, Shantae Moore. Diamonds by Herb Alpert. And then all the Janet Jackson hits. We have Again, All For You, All Right, Anytime, Anyplace, Because of Love, Come Back to Me, Control, Doesn't Really Matter, Escapade, If, Let's Wait a While, Love Will Never Do Without You, Miss You Much, Nasty, Rhythm Nation, Runaway, Someone to Call My Lover, That's the Way Love Goes, Together Again, What Have You Done For Me Lately, When I Think of You, all the hits. Actually, Scream as well with Michael Jackson. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis wrote 25% credit on that. Okay, now we also have Rub You the Right Way by Johnny Gill. Romantic by Karen White. Thank God I Found You, Mariah Carey with 98 Degrees. Everything by Mary J. Blige. If It Isn't Love, I'm Still in Love With You by New Edition. We have Busted Baby by Please. Sensitivity by Ralph Tresvant. Didn't Mean to Turn You On was remade by Robert Palmer. He took it to number 2. Chevelle did the original on that. Human by the Human League. Forgot about that song. They wrote that. That hit number 1 for the Human League. Tender Love by the Force MDs. Here We Go by Trina. And Jerk Out by The Time, which is the group they were originally in. So there you go. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis is number 17 on our songwriting list. Next, my friends, number 16, Curtis Mayfield, a legendary R&B songwriter. Let me get into what he wrote. He wrote a bunch of stuff. We got Brian Hyland's Gypsy Woman, which was recorded originally by his group, The Impressions. Curtis Mayfield was in The Impressions originally. You have Freddie's Dead by Curtis. He wrote a solo hit from Superfly, of course, and the title track Superfly as well. We have Jerry Butler's He Don't Love You Like I Love You, which was originally titled He Will Break Your Heart. So He Will Break Your Heart was a hit for Jerry Butler. He Don't Love You Like I Love You was a remake, #1 hit for Tony Orlando and Dawn. What else we have? We have Giving Him Something He Can Feel, which he originally wrote for Aretha Franklin. And Vogue ended up having a big hit with that song. On and On from Gladys Knight and the Pips. We have, what else? We have What You Know by T.I. They used the sample. So Curtis Mayfield got 14% credit on that. It's Alright by the Impressions. All the Impressions hits. Amen. Choice of Colors. Their original Gypsy Woman. We're a Winner was a minor hit. And then we have Let's Do It Again by the Staple Singers from 1975. That was a #1 hit. Curtis Mayfield wrote that. So he had a bunch of other songs, and he had a bunch of minor hits for Major Lance, Gene Chandler, his own solo career, 5 Stair Steps, several hits after Ooh Child, minor hits, and all the Impressions hits was all Curtis Mayfield. So that's it. He is number 16 on this list. All right, number 15. Barry Gibb. The falsetto, my falsetto, he didn't write that, that's for sure. Okay. All right, my friends. Barry Gibb, what can I say? Bee Gees, Andy Gibb, all those hits, co-written by him and his brothers. But Barry Gibb gets the most credit. And there was other songs that he basically wrote on his own. Give you an example. An Everlasting Love by Andy Gibb. He gets 100% credit on that. And I Just Want to Be Your Everything. Barry Gibb wrote 100% of that. I Can't Help It. Andy Gibb with Olivia Newton-John. Bee Gees hit Don't Want to Live Inside Myself. Barry Gibb wrote that all by himself. Grease by Frankie Valli. Barry Gibb wrote 100% of that. And Ain't Nothing Gonna Keep Me From You by Terry DeSerio, which was big disco hit, minor pop hit in 78. He wrote all of that. But then, of course, there's the credit for everything else. Love Is Thick in the Water, A Love Don't Throw It All Away, Desire, Shadow Dancing, Woman in Love, Guilty and What Kind of Fool, all Barbra Streisand. And then all the Bee Gees hits. Do I have to go through them all? But I will anyway. Alone, Fanny Be Tender With My Love, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, How Deep Is Your Love, Gotta Get a Message to You, Jive Talking, Lonely Days, Love So Right, Love You Inside Out, Night Fever, Nights on Broadway, Staying Alive, Too Much Heaven, Tragedy, You Should Be Dancing. All the Bee Gees hits. Now, Destiny's Child did a remake of Emotion, which Barry Gibb originally wrote for Samantha Sang, and he actually sang harmony with her on that song. It's technically a duet, not quite, almost a duet. Destiny's Child had a hit with the remake, so he gets credit for that. You have Heartbreaker from Dionne Warwick. You have Islands in the Stream, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. Just an amazing, huge amount of hits. You have the Michael Bolton remake of To Love Somebody. Ghetto Superstar by Praz took a sample of Islands in the Stream, the melody, so you get credit for that. You have If I Can't Have You and Love Me from Yvonne Elliman. So there you go. Barry Gibb, number 15. All that and the falsetto too. All right, my friends. Number 14 songwriter of the Hot 100 era is Billy Joel. Now, question I'm asking is, does Billy Joel write anything for anyone else other than himself? The Glee cast had hits with We Good Die Young and Uptown Girl. Okay, but then we have the rest is all just Billy Joel. 100%. He wrote everything. He basically wrote everything. The only song that was a hit that he did not write was To Make You Feel My Love. It was a Garth Brooks song. But everything. Here we go. We got Matter of Trust, All About Soul, Allentown, An Innocent Man, I Go to Extremes, Still Rock and Roll to Me, Just the Way You Are, My Life, Tell Her About It, The Longest Time, The River of Dreams, Uptown Girl, We Didn't Start the Fire, You May Be Right, and You're Only Human, Second Wind. Billy Joel wrote all of that. And he gets 100% share, so he ranks number 14 on our list. Now, number 13. No, I'm not going to do hee hee. Okay. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, MJ, number 13 on our songwriting list. Of course, wrote just about all of his hits. His hits. He wrote or co-wrote several other hits for a few other artists. Let me just go down the list. Okay, A Boogie with a Hoodie took a sample of Michael Jackson for Look Back at It. So Michael Jackson gets 10% share of the royalties, okay, and songwriting credit. Alien Ant Farm did a remake of Smooth Criminal. We got Diana Ross's Muscles. Michael Jackson wrote 100% of that. State of Shock from the Jacksons. Heartbreak Hotel from the Jacksons. Of his career, of course, we're going to go through them all. Bad, Beat It, Ben, Billie Jean. No, Ben. He didn't write Ben. I'm sorry. He was too young to write Ben. Billie Jean, Black or White. There we go. Dirty Diana, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Heal the World. I Just Can't Stop Loving You. In the Closet. Man in the Mirror, Off the Wall, he didn't write. That was Rod Temperton. He didn't write Man in the Mirror either. What else? He didn't write PYT, but he wrote Remember the Time, Smooth Criminal, The Way You Make Me Feel, They Don't Care About Us, Want to Be Starting Something. The title track, Thriller, was Rob Temperton as well. Will You Be There? He wrote that. Let's see, go down the line. Scream with Janet Jackson. Love Never Felt So Good, his duet with Justin Timberlake. Well, you know what I mean. Justin Timberlake took the song, took the original, and added his vocal to it. Anyway, Michael Jackson gets half songwriting credit on Say, Say, Say and The Girl's Mine with Paul McCartney. What else? Don't Stop the Music by Rihanna. Michael Jackson gets a 25% royalty. The Jacksons, we have Can You Feel It? Lovely One, Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. We have 50% of We Are the World with Lionel Richie. And Eat It. Eat It and Fat from Weird Al. Michael Jackson gets a partial credit on those. So there we go. Michael Jackson, number 13. What an incredible career. What an incredibly talented man he is. This world's not the same without him. I'll say that. It's not. But anyway, let me get off the soapbox. Number 12. Number 12 on our songwriting list, Neil Diamond. Of course, Neil Diamond had a sensational long career, but he wrote stuff for many other artists, as we see as we go down this list. All right, let's see. So we have his duet with Barbra Streisand, Bring Me Flowers. His hits, America, Cherry Cherry, Cracklin' Rosie, Heartlight, Hello Again, Holly Holy, I Am I Said, Longfellow Serenade, Love on the Rocks, Solitary Man, Song Sung Blue, Sweet Caroline, Yesterday's Songs, all his hits. Then we have A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, and I'm a Believer for the Monkees. He wrote 100% of both of those songs. I'm a Believer was a humongous hit in 1967. And you have Red Red Wine by UB40, which was a hit twice, a minor hit in 84, and number one hit in 88. So Neil Diamond wrote those. He also wrote Sunday and Me from Jane Americans, which was their first hit. And you have the Glee cast doing Sweet Caroline, and Deep Purple doing Kentucky Woman. People forget that song. So there you go. Neil Diamond, number 12 on the list of most successful songwriters of the Hot 100 era. Next, number 11, William Smokey Robinson Jr. Of course, Smokey Robinson. Solo career, hits with the Miracles, hits with the Marvelettes, hits with the Supremes, the Temptations, all over the place. He wrote everything for Motown, a lot of Motown hits. So let's see, the biggest hits. Shop Around was a remake by Captain and Tennille of the Miracles. We have More Love by Kim Carnes was a remake. Ooh Baby Baby, Linda Ronstadt had a hit, bigger hit than the Miracles did with it. We have My Guy, The One Who Really Loves You, Two Lovers, You Beat Me to the Punch, all for Mary Wells. We have Get Ready from Rare Earth, Being With You, Cruisin', Just to See Her and One Heartbeat were all solo hits for Smokey. What else we got? We got Baby Baby Don't Cry, Miracles, A Second Out of Motion, Love Machine. He actually wrote, no, he didn't write Love Machine. He was no longer in the band at that point. That's right. Take that off. Delete that one. Love Machine. Shop Around, though, he did write. And also Tears of a Clown. He wrote a third of that. He co-wrote it with Stevie Wonder, actually. That's right. You Really Got a Hold on Me. And we have My Girl by the Temptations. And we have The Way You Do Your Things You Do. Temptations and the UB40 remake. Smokey Robinson gets 50% of the writing share of that. So there you go. Smokey Robinson, number 11 on our list. Number 10, we're in the top 10. The one, the only, Taylor Swift. Number 10. Yes, she has written that many hits. And looking at this list, oh my goodness, she wrote a ton. She's had a ton of hits. So, all right, let's look at this now. And then a lot of her hits she didn't really get full credit on. But anyway, Taylor Swift. Let's go through this. We have Two Is Better Than One from Boys Like Girls. This Is What You Came For by Calvin Harris. Now among her hits, 22, Ready for It, Back to December, Bad Blood, Blank Space, Delicate, I Knew You Were Trouble, Look What You Made Me Do, Love Story, Lover, Mean, Mine, Me, Our Song, Shake It Off. She gets a third credit of Shake It Off. Style, Teardrops on My Guitar, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, White Horse, Wildest Dreams, You Belong With Me, and You Need to Calm Down. All of those hits. And then we have the duet with Zon, I Don't Want to Live Forever. And that's it. So there you go. Just to give you an idea, Taylor Swift wrote a lot of her hits, and she's had a lot of hits. So she is ranked number 10. It's interesting to see how high she ends up at this point. I mean, she is, let's see, what is she, about 33 at this point? She's not even 35 yet. She probably has 5 to 10 more good years of writing hits for herself and for others. We'll see how it ends up. Okay, number 9, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, just elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He wrote a huge chunk of his hits solo and a huge chunk of the Commodores' hits. Let's go down the line. We have Hey Mom by Cameron. Lionel Richie has the 1/5 credit on that. The Commodores' hits, we have Brick House, Easy, Just to Be Close to You, Oh No, Sail On, Still, Sweet Love, 3 Times a Lady, Too Hot to Try. Now, let's see. And what else we have? He wrote Missing You for Diana Ross. He wrote Endless Love, his duet with Diana Ross. I Like It by Enrique Iglesias. Into You by Fabulous. We have we have Kenny Rogers, of course, with Lady. And then the Lionel Richie solo hits, we have All Night Long, Ballerina Girl, Dancing on the Ceiling, Hello, Love Will Conquer All, My Love, Penny Lover, Running with the Night, Say You, Say Me, Stuck on You, Truly, and You Are. And then he also gets credit for the Luther Vandross Mariah Carey remake of Endless Love. We have So Into You by Tamia, and we have half of We Are the World with Michael Jackson. So Lionel Richie had a big run. He wrote a lot of hits, obviously. He did have a streak of every year writing a number 1 song from every year from 1978 to 1986. So that's 9 years in a row. That's pretty interesting accomplishment indeed. All right, so that's that. Number 8 on the list, Stevie Land Morris, Stevie Wonder. So, of course, his spectacularly long career, he wrote many of his own hits, mostly on his own. Some of them he co-wrote a few of them, but most of them he did on his own. And he wrote for other Motown artists, and he wrote for and a lot of remakes became hits again. So let's go down the list. Until You Come Back to Me was written for Aretha Franklin. We have Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio, of course, takes his song. Pastime Paradise. Okay. We have Living Up from Ja Rule. Stevie Wonder gets credit on that. Let's Get Serious from Jermaine Jackson. Lately by Jodeci was a remake of Stevie's hit. Ebony and Ivory actually did not get songwriting credit on that. That was 100% Paul McCartney. But it's worth mentioning he had that hit. Tell Me Something Good from Rufus. He wrote that. And then, of course, his hits. Boogie on Reggae Woman, For Once in My Life. Higher Ground. I Just Called to Say I Love You. I Was Made to Love Her. I Wish. Living for the City. Master Blaster. Jammin' My Cherie Amour. Part-Time Lover. Send One You Love. Signed, Sealed, Delivered. Sir Duke. Superstition. That Girl. Uptight, Everything's Alright. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. You Haven't Done Nothing. I wrote all that. He did not write Fingertips, though. I saw 12 when he recorded that. So that's that. We also wrote, gets a third share of Tears of a Clown for Miracles. And Will Smith's Wild Wild West used a sample of Stevie's. So that's Stevie Wonder at number 8 on our list. Now, number 7. I think you've been waiting. Some people have been waiting for me to mention this guy's name. Him and his writing partner. We have both of them in the top 7 here. I'm talking about John Lennon, of course, number 7 on our list. Now, of course, all the Beatles songs he's splitting with Paul McCartney. His solo work, he wrote pretty much all on his own. And he has co-writing shares on a lot of other songs, remakes of Beatles songs that were hits again. So let's go down the list. Okay. Anne Murray had a remake of You Won't See Me. John Lennon gets 50% of that. David Bowie's Fame, he gets 33% of that. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by Elton John, shares with Paul McCartney. And then going through John Lennon's solo work, you have Just Like Starting Over, Imagine, Nobody Told Me, Watching the Wheels, Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Woman, Instant Karma. Yeah, obviously he gets all that. World What I Love for Peter and Gordon. John wrote with Paul McCartney. And Beatles stuff. Do I even have to name them all? Alright, for Beatles fans out there waiting to hear all these songs. You got A Hard Day's Night, All You Need Is Love, Can't Buy Me Love, Come Together, Do You Want to Know Secret, 8 Days a Week, Get Back, Hello Goodbye, Help, Hey Jude, I Feel Fine, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Let It Be, Lady Madonna, Long and Winding Road, Love Me Do, No Way Man, Paperback Writer, Penny Lane, Please Please Me, She Loves You, Ticket to Ride, We Can Work It Out, Yesterday. And that's just the top of their hits. The top probably 20% of the hits. Alright, so what else? Big hits. I saw him standing there. Tiffany did a remake. That was it. Top 10 hit. There you go. You get songwriting credit on a top 10 hit. No. That gives you an idea. That's just insane. John Lennon. One half. John Lennon, Paul McCartney. We'll get to Paul soon. Alright. Anyway, here we are. Number 6 is next. Prince Rogers Nelson. Number 6. Needless to say, Prince had a very, very successful career on his own as a performer. But there's a lot of other songs that were made that he wrote. Let's go down this list. Chaka Khan's I Feel For You. 100% Prince. Jay-Z's 03 Bonnie and Clyde. Prince gets 20% of that. MC Hammer's Pray. Prince gets 50% of that. Molkin Steph, He's Mine. Prince gets 1/6 of that. And then let's go through his hits. For Prince, we have 7 with 1999, Bat Dance, Cream, Diamonds and Pearls, Kiss, Let's Go Crazy, Little Red Corvette, Purple Rain, Raspberry Beret, Sign of the Times, Most Beautiful Girl in the World, Thieves in the Temple, You Got the Look, When Doves Cry is all Prince. We have Sheena Easton, Sugar Walls. We have Sheila E., Glamorous Life, and A Love Bazaar. Sinead O'Connor's, of course, Nothing Compares to You. Prince gets 50% of Stevie Nicks' Stand Back. Tevin Campbell's Round and Round, 100%. The Art of Noise version of Kiss with Tom Jones. The Bangles' Manic Monday. And we have The Times' Jerk Out and Jungle Love, both written by Prince. So that's that. Excuse me. All right. Number 5. And this is going to make a few people go like this because it's R. Kelly. R. Kelly is rated at number 5 songwriter of the whole Hot 100 era. Now, of course, to a lot of people, it's, icky. I'll use that word. But you can't ignore, the guy could write some R&B songs. 90s and 2000s and 2010s. And you gotta acknowledge that, all right? Let's go down that list. We have Aaliyah's Back and Forth. Akon's Don't Matter. B2K's Bump Bump Bump. Black's 808. Cassidy Hotel. Changing Faces, Get Out and Stroke You. Diddy's Satisfy You. R. Kelly has 1/7 of that. Fat Joe's We Thuggin', 1/3 of that. Genuine's Hell Yeah. Ja Rule's Wonderful. We have Lady Gaga's Do What You Want. Maxwell's Fortunate. Michael Jackson's You Are Not Alone. R. Kelly wrote 100% of that. Nick Cannon's Gigolo. And then R. Kelly's hits, you have Bump and Grind, Down Low, Fiesta, I Believe I Can Fly, I Can't Sleep Baby, I Wish, Ignition, Step in the Name of Love, Toya Toing, You Remind Me of Something, Your Body's Calling, the duet I'm Your Angel with Celine Dion, teamed up with T.I. and T-Pain on I'm a Flirt. And then, he wrote a hit for the Isley Brothers, Contagious. He wrote Tony Braxton's I Don't Want To. And he wrote Young Jeezy's Go Get 'Em. So he did write a lot of R&B hits, R. Kelly. Credit where it's due. All right, next. Number 4 on the list. Real name, Carl Sandburg. Stage name, Max Martin. Number 4 on the list. Now, you can't go anywhere this century on the charts and not see a Max Martin song on the charts. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's look. Give you an idea. I'll give you his biggest hits. Okay? We have What Do You Want From Me by Adam Lambert. Send You My Love to Your New Lover, Adele. Break Free, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, Dangerous Woman, God Is a Woman, Into You, No Tears Left to Cry, Problem, and Side to Side, all by Ariana Grande. There's also Love Me Harder, Ariana Grande in The Weeknd. We have Avril Lavigne and What the Hell. Backstreet Boys, Everybody Backstreet's Back. I Want It That Way. Quit Playing Games With My Heart. Shape of My Heart. Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. All Backstreet Boys. And we have It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Now we're up to Britney Spears. We have 3. Drive Me Crazy, Baby One More Time, Hold It Against Me, I Wanna Go, If You Seek Amy, Oops, I Did It Again, and Till the World Ends. All Britney Spears. And we have That's the Way It Is from Celine Dion. We have Daughtry's Feels Like Tonight. Demi Lovato, we have Confident and Cool for the Summer. Ed Sheeran, we have Beautiful People and I Don't Care, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber. We have Love Me Like You Do, Ellie Goulding. About 10 hits from the Glee cast, small hits. Jessie J's Domino, Jessie J, Ariana Grande, and Nicki Minaj's Bang Bang. Justin Bieber's Beauty and a Beat. Justin Timberlake's Can't Stop the Feeling. About 12 hits from Katy Perry. I'm tired. The 3 biggest hits of Kelly Clarkson, Behind These Hazel Eyes, My Life Would Suck Without You, Since You've Been Gone. I mean, it just doesn't end. Blow from Kesha, One More Night, and Daylight from Maroon 5. NSYNC, we have a Want You Back, and It's Gonna Be Me. I just can't stop. Pink, there is a 7 top 10 hits from Pink. Effing Perfect, Just Like Fire, Please Don't Leave Me, Raise Your Glass, So What, You and Your Hand, and Who Knew. Robin, we have Do You Know and Show Me Love. Sam Smith, How Do You Sleep. Selena Gomez, Hands to Myself. You get the idea. He just wrote everything. Taylor Swift, he co-wrote 10 of her hits. Taylor Cruz's Dynamite. The Weeknd, he wrote Blinding Lights. Blinding Lights, the number 1 song in the history of the Hot 100 up to this point. Can't Feel My Face. Usher, we have DJ Got His Fallen in Love Again, and Scream. So, Max Martin, number 4. It's just ridiculous. All right, number 3, Paul McCartney, the other half of Lennon McCartney. He wrote everything that I mentioned with John Lennon, not including John Lennon's solo hits. But Paul McCartney's hits with Wings and on his own makes him surpass John Lennon on the list. Well, let me just see what else. Come and Get It by Badfinger. Paul McCartney helped write that. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, I mentioned before. Now, Paul McCartney's hits, you have Another Day, No More Lonely Nights, Spies Like Us, Take It Away, Uncle Albert, Say, 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 Band on the Run, Coming Up, Ebony and Ivory, Jets, Live and Let Die, all of that. Wings, Listen to What the Man Said, Junior's Farm, Let Him In, Silly Love Songs, My Love. You have half as one half of Beatles writing. You have all those songs that the Beatles had hits with. So we're going to skip all that since we already ran through that. Let's see. We have So I'm Standing There. I mentioned that already. I forgot to mention With a Little Luck on the Wings. So there you go. Paul McCartney is number 3 on the list. Co-wrote half of all the Beatles, all of his solo work, and all the remakes that everyone did of Beatles and Paul McCartney songs. So that's it. We're up to the top 2. So this is the moment. Some people, I had a couple of comments, it's got to be Babyface. And I've had comments, Diane Warren all the way. So who's it going to be? Looks like number 2 is Babyface, Kenneth Edmonds. Number 2 in the rock era, in the Hot 100 era. Another guy, he had hits on his own, but he wrote for everybody else on the R&B scene of the 90s, pretty much. Do a quick rundown. Okay. After 7, we have Can't Stop, Ready or Not, Till You Do Me Right. As yet, we have Last Night. Babyface, on his solo work, we have Every Time I Close My Eyes, It's No Crime, Never Keeping Secrets, This Is for the Lover in You, When Can I See You? Well, actually, This Is for the Lover in You, he did not write that, but he recorded it. Take that back. When Can I See You is him, though, and so is Whip Appeal. All right, Beyonce, we have Best Thing I Never Had. Bobby Brown, we have Don't Be Cruel, Every Little Step, Good Enough, Humping Around, On Our Own, Rock With Ya, and Ronnie. Boys to Men, we have A Song for Mama, End of the Road, I'll Make Love to You, Water Runs Dry. For Brandy, we have Sitting Up in My Room. Drew Hill, These Are the Times. John B., we have Someone to Love. Johnny Gill, we have My, My, My. Karen White, we have Secret Rendezvous, Superwoman, and The Way You Love Me. Climax, we have I'd Still Say Yes. Little Mosey, we have Blueberry Faygo. Madonna, we have Take a Bow. Mariah Carey's We Belong Together. Babyface gets 10% of that. When You Believe, Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry. Pink's Most Girls. Pebbles, we have Girlfriend, Giving You the Benefit, and Love Makes Things Happen. Tevin Campbell, we have Can We Talk and I'm Ready. Boys, Dial My Heart. The Deal, Two Occasions. Man. TLC, we have Baby Baby Baby, Digging on You, and Red Light Special. The Whispers, we have Rock Steady. Tony Braxton, we have another sad love song, Breathe Again, You Mean the World to Me and You're Making Me High. And Whitney Houston, we have Exhale, I'm Your Baby Tonight, and Count on Me, Whitney Houston with CeCe Winans. So that gives you a rundown. Babyface was the owner of the R&B charts in the 90s when it came to writing hits. Incredible run. But he is number 2. There is one songwriter who's done even more. And that would be Diane Warren. Number 1 most successful songwriter of the Hot 100 era. So, let me give you the rundown on her biggest hits that she wrote. Let's see. We have Aaliyah, The One I Gave My Heart To. Ace of Base, Don't Turn Around. Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Bad English, When I See You Smile. Belinda Carlisle, I Get Weak. Brandy, Have You Ever. Celine Dion, Because You Love Me, If You Ask Me To. Cher, If I Could Turn Back Time, and Just Like Jesse James. Chicago, I Don't Want to Live Without Your Love, and Look Away. Christina Aguilera, I Turn to You. DeBarge, Rhythm of the Night. Expose, I'll Never Get Over You, Getting Over Me. And Faith Hill, There You'll Be. Gloria Estefan, Live for Loving You, and Reach. Heart, Who Will You Run To? Joe Cocker, When the Night Comes. Kathy Tricoli, Everything Changes. Laura Branigan, Solitaire. Leanne Rimes, Can't Fight the Moonlight. And 100% of How Do I Live, which is among the top 10 of the whole entire Hot 100 era. Michael Bolton, we have How Can We Be Lovers, Missing You Now, Time, Love, and Tenderness, and When I'm Back on My Feet Again. She wrote all those. Milli Vanilli, Blame It on the Rain, had hit number 1. Monica, For You I Will. Roberta Flack and Maxi Priest, Set the Night to Music. Shanice, Saving Forever for You. Starship, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Taylor Dane, I'll Be Your Shelter, Love Will Lead You Back. Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart, her biggest hit. And Escape the Arms of the One Who Loves You. Diane Warren, wrote all of that. And that is why she is ranked the number 1 songwriter of the Hot 100 era. What a crazy, incredible research it took to get that together, my friends. So there we are. I hope you enjoyed this list. Debate away. Some people will say Prince was the greatest songwriter ever. Other people say McCartney, Lennon. Other people will say friggin' George Michael. Right? So there we are. Hope you enjoyed this. Please share. Please subscribe. And please have a good day. Peace and love.